I have to tell you an incredible Maisa. I heard this from my Rebbe firsthand. Rabbi Avram Flam in Monsey, New York. My yeshiva, Spring Valley Rebbe of 8th grade. My Rebbe told me that his daughter was in Shidduchim for a whole bunch of years, and he started to feel stuck. Started to feel that there's what's the path ahead? Calling this shadchan, that shadchan, his wife is on the phone, and year after year, years were passing. And they just didn't see the light at the end of the tunnel. No Yeshua in sight. And finally, Rabbi Flam realized that the Yeshua, the ultimate Yeshua, is only going to come from the Eibishter. The Yeshua is going to come when he realizes that when he surrenders and gives full control to the Eibishter, that's the greatest chance he's going to merit the Yeshua. And so, as time passed, he made a resolution. I'm taking a new track, a new course of action. And one day on Pesach, the second day of Pesach, this goes back quite a few years ago, Rabbi Flam had an Einfall. He said, I have nothing. Nothing's on the horizon. I feel like I'm fishing with a rod, but no hook. And right now, I need Yeshua to come. I have nothing. All I have is the Eibishter, and I need you. And I realize that the Eibishter is the ultimate Shadchan. And he contemplated and he said, how am I going to put that in practice? How am I going to implement that and show Hashem that I really mean business? And he said, you know what? He went to his desk, second day of Pesach, second day of Chol Hamoed and Pesach, and he told the Eibishter, he said, it's now in the middle of Nisan, a few weeks, we have Svir until Shavuos. He says, Eibishter, how much would I give a Shadchan if they were going to promise me a Shidduch by Shavuos? He said, I for sure would write a check for $15,000. Rabbi Flam said, if I'm real, if I'm taking this seriously, I'm going to show you, Eibishter, that that's exactly what I am. He opened up his drawer, took out his checkbook, wrote a check for $15,000. And he said, Hashem, I know it's in all your control. I know you're the only one with power. I know you're the only one that will bring my daughter's husband to her life down the chuppah. It wasn't much longer. A couple of hours later, Rabbi Flam sealed away the check, put it back in his drawer, ready to give it to tzedakah if the right shidduch would come about. Mekachav, a few hours later, he hears his wife on the phone, talking back about a shidduch, and miracle literally unfolded, took place in front of his eyes. That phone call was a phone call about his future, Baruch Hashem, his current son-in-law, and that money went straight to tzedakah, as he promised, but it was all with this realization, as hard as it is sometimes to really submit. All the shadchanim, everyone's great, all the networking, all the texts and emails, but if somehow a person can come to a place of true emes, of true purity, and realize it's all the Eibishter and I don't need anything else, and I would give the money to Shadchan for $15,000, I'll give it straight to the Eibishter and he can orchestrate everything. And when he did that, he saw Yeshua's in front of his eyes. As we see in the Pal Yoitz, it's a chiyuv upon a father to make sure his daughter gets married to a Talmid Chacham. Sometimes it gets hard, it feels like you're pushing literally Everest, there's nothing to move. But sometimes when we take a step back, we submit, we subjugate completely to the Eibishter, we're misbattling, we say, Eibishter, I can't do it, but I know it's only you and you can do anything. Whether it's $15,000, whether it's $1,000, whether it's committing more time to Torah mitzvahs, whether it's more tehillim, it doesn't have to be money, but it has to be with the realization, one step towards realizing it's all the Eibishter can do anything. And with that, anything and everything can happen, even a few minutes, a few hours later, because Yeshua Hashem is clarifying.